Hi everyone, back again for another reaction video, and this one is for Three Idiots. This has been recommended quite a few times, probably recommended as much as Tumbad. So yeah, I'm actually very curious to see how this movie goes. I hope it's good. You know, it's been getting recommended a lot, and well, Tumbad was good, and Hadahun was good, and that was quite recommended a few times. So I trust you guys. I trust your opinions, and it seems like you've led me the right track for the most part with these movies. So that's great. And once again, thank you for the recommendations. These are some good recommendations. And I have to say, I'm really glad as well that I'm done with that series I was watching, Archive 81. I'm kind of glad to get back into movies again. Yeah, TV shows for me, like the style, and since it's so long, it's like, what would that be? It'd probably be like a 7 to 8 hour long movie, Archive 81, and that's a long ass movie. But you know, even though this is still a pretty long movie, this is like an hour, 2 hours and 40 minutes, still quite long. It's not that though. It's not freaking, you know, 9 hours or 8 hours, whatever. The point is, it's not quite as long, so I'm not stuck with that same style and whatever that the show had. I'm watching something that's a little bit shorter, and hey, I hope it's good. It seems like there's a lot of people recommending this. Someone did say in the comments that I may not relate to some of the things, being different cultures and stuff. Being like Hindi culture and Indian culture, right? I might not understand certain things about like the culture and the way the education system is in this film or setting. And hey, you could be right. So maybe, you know, in certain scenes, maybe there's certain jokes that I don't catch on to, or maybe there's a certain theme I don't really understand. Well, you know why. Me being Australian, yeah, maybe I don't catch on to everything, all the jokes, or maybe all the little themes, or maybe there's concepts in this that I don't catch on to. That's probably wise, because I'm just ignorant to that culture. But anyway, let's see how I go. Hopefully it won't be, I won't be too confused watching this. Yeah, let's just see what I think, eh? Oh, also, I'm really excited to see this actor again. It's the same guy from Hadahun, which I really like this actor. I thought he... No, not Hadahun, my bad. PK. I really like PK. I think it's one of my favorite Indian films at the moment. It's next to, like, Hadahun, I think, but I think... Like, it's the same number of things I like, but I think I still ranked PK more, because I just really liked it. And it hit me emotionally, and I really just like the message and the themes of the film. Yeah. Anyway, so Three Idiots. What's the guy's name? Aamir Khan. So yeah, Aamir Khan, I quite like him. I think he's a good actor. Very quirky, but I like him. He's good. He's funny, but also just good emotionally as an actor too. He has some good like drama, or a good dramatic performance, I guess you could say. Oh wow, I love that as a title, being in like a school setting. They use like a chalkboard. That's pretty cool. That's a nice symmetrical opening shot. Ooh, this score is interesting. It's like a mysterious thriller score almost. Was he supposed to get off or something? What's happening? Ooh. Oh, he's not feeling well. Is he gonna have a heart attack? Oh gosh. Oh boy. Some music. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, what's going on here? What the hell? What? Some old school phones. I don't know when this movie came out. Does it say? Hang on. When did this come out? 2009. Oh yeah, that's understandable. Well, they got those type of phones. यार मैं आके बात करता हूँ भाई अरे पैंट तो पहन के जाओ Oh my god, this Joker in a real hurry.
सॉक्स लाना भूल गया यार तू सॉक्स की बात कर रहा है अबे नीचे देख पैंट भी भूल गया ओए तेरी
That's kind of funny. He's like, oh, I forgot my socks, man. You didn't just forget your socks, brother. Yo, what the heck? That looks cool looking.
3.5 million. Swimming pool, heated. Living room, maple wood floor.
Not showing off at all. It's a nice establishing shot. Whoa, what is this shot? Holy hell. Jesus. I don't know if this is real or it's filmed on like a... I don't think it was. Or maybe the car wasn't real. Cool shot though. Cool idea. It's like an unpredictableness to it. Maybe it's reflecting the movie's style or the way the movie's going to play out. It's a nice shot. There's a lot of colour in this movie, like particularly the blue really stands out.
My fate was sealed. मैं क्या बनना चाहता था? साला किसी ने पूछा तक नहीं.
Right. This might be a good film about, which I think is interesting, about like life purpose. Like, not just your career, but something that you really love that you also happen to get money out of. You know, that to me is like the best job. Like, it doesn't matter how much money you get. It's more of like, as long as you can survive on it, but it's something you really enjoy. Now, how do you know it's something you really enjoy? This is a good thing. I think this is a great tip. What are you fascinated by? I mean, that's a better question. I find that far more interesting than just saying, oh, do you like it? Do you love it? Well, what's that? I think when you find something really fascinating, you're so curious about it, right? That's what grips you. That's what holds you, is that fascination, and that's what keeps you going, is that intrigue that you get from this type of work that you're doing, right? Well, editing's got quite a liveliness to it too. It does fit at the moment though, for sure. Kilobyte, megabyte, and another gigabyte. Oh, that's hilarious. They don't bite. That's cute. Ah, there he is. Aamir Khan, right? He's just gone. Huh. Yeah. He ain't playing by the damn rules. That's amazing. What a badass. What's he gonna do? What the heck is he doing? He's gonna electrocute his dick? Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that would kill him. Ah! They're all backing up. Excuse me, just need to get my water bottle. I'll be out of your hair in a minute. What a badass, man. He hasn't even said a word, has he? Wow, what a shot. What the heck?
He was the most competitive man we had ever seen. कोई उनसे एक कदम भी आगे निकल जाए, उनसे बर्दाश्त नहीं होता था.
Wow, he has to like be ahead of everyone. Oh my goodness.
फाउंटेन पेन, बॉल पेन कुछ नहीं चलता. तो लाखों डॉलर खर्च करने के बाद साइंटिस्ट ने ऐसा.
Hey, is that actually a thing? Oh my god.
Showed me this pen. He said this is a symbol of excellence.
He's got a lisp to his voice. I'm not sure if that's the actor putting that on. I'm guessing it probably is. He's not like that in real life, but that's interesting. The last time I saw that was like in Kingsman, which was a while ago. Samuel Jackson did that.
फाउंटेन पेन, बॉल पेन चलता नहीं है, तो एस्ट्रोनॉट्स ने पेंसिल का इस्तेमाल क्यों?
That's a good question.
तो प्रोफेसर्स के रिमोट कंट्रोल पे चलने वाले रोबोट्स थे. वो बस एक ही था, जो शायद मशीन नहीं था.
Yeah, that is so cool. I'm actually really liking this. That's a badass character.
सर, एक्चुअली हम मशीनों से घिरे हुए हैं सर. पेन की निब से लेके पैंट की जिप तक सब मशीन है सर. एक सेकंड में अप, एक सेकंड में डाउन, अप डाउन, अप डाउन, अप.
Machines are any combination of bodies so connected that their relative motions are constrained, and by which means force and motion may be transmitted and modified as a screw in its nut or a lever arranged to...
They're just memorizing. The way that... There is a whole thing I've learnt at some point, like, learning is not memorizing something. Because what the hell did you just memorize? You're basically playing a... If you're going to learn like that, you might as well just go in your classroom, get a voice recorder, like what I'm using right here as a microphone, just get this and put it up in the air. There you go, you learnt it, see? Now you just repeat it. It's not learning. Learning is actually understanding what the hell you're actually, you know, freaking learning. You know what I mean? Like, you actually get it. You're not just reciting shit. You know what I mean? It's what I've kind of learnt from a certain point of view. I can see a lot of truth in that, though. There's definitely some merit in that, that's for sure. I think school's still useful, though, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying school's dumb, don't go to school, no. It's the best we've got right now, and it's better than nothing. But, yeah, it can be a lot better, I think, as well.
Elements as wheels, levers, cams, etc.
See, he's like looking in his head going, what's the answer? Oh my god.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that helps you in the real world, man.
मैंने भी तो वही बताया सर, आसान भाषा.
In a yeah, exactly.
लेकिन सर मतलब भी तो समझ में आना चाहिए. ऐसे किताब.
Literally what he's... This is a great movie. This is just like PK. It's like questioning shit. This guy's playing like a similar character as PK. That is so cool. I've just realized that. Like, he's kind of playing a similar character. He's just a bit more aware. Like, he's not like a bumbling, you know, dude in this one. He's actually more... Oh, badass. This is really cool. Duh. Did he call him an idiot under his breath as he left? Hang on, let's take that back. I want to hit reverse. Let's reverse roll tape. Idiot. Wow. He was gonna leave too. He was cool. You know, he was like, you know what? He doesn't want to hear my point of view. Whatever. I'm cool. Let's get out of here. I've got better things to do. He had to come in with that idiot at the end. Oh, what's he gonna say now?
Instruments that record, analyze, summarize, organize, debate, and explain information that are illustrative, non-illustrative, hardbound, paperback, jacketed.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
What do you mean?
Books.
Books, sir.
सीधा सीधा नहीं कह सकते थे?
थोड़ी देर पहले कोशिश की थी सर, लेकिन आपको सीधा सीधा पसंद नहीं आया.
Yeah. Wow, he's getting back in. This is great. Got his ass. Yo, I like this movie, man. Thank you for the recommendation to all yous that recommended me this. This is good.
उसे खोल देता था.
Wow,
कुछ
he's
बात
like...
होती थी. कुछ नहीं.
Some he can do, some he can't. Learning process, I guess, huh? That's hilarious. That's really cool. So literally, the way he learns is by literally doing the thing. Not by reading books about it. He actually experiences a lot of it. That's what it looks like he does. He actually practically experiences it for himself. He doesn't just read it in a book. Don't get me wrong, he probably reads too. But he doesn't just read. I would say reading is probably like, from my point of view, is probably about like 30% of learning. 70% is the actually doing of it. It's probably even different to that. I would actually like to hear your percentage in that in the comments. What do you think it is? What do you think the amount of percentage of reading and then the percentage of actual action towards the thing you're supposed to be learning? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the comments, actually.
बताया था, he's making some nonsense helicopter. तो मेरी recommendation यही है कि आप train की reservation मत कीजिए. I'm so sorry.
Damn, what a dick.
Why should I give you an explanation?
डैड के स्ट्रोक के बाद में 2 महीने कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पाया सब प्लीज
2 महीने खाना पीना छोड़ दिया था. नहीं, नाना छोड़ दिया.
Oh, in the trash? Nah, he's not taking... He's not doing that. He's gonna... I'm gonna help this dude.
बात समझ में आई. ये जो अपना दिल है ना, बड़ा
Yeah.
डरपोक है यार. इसको
very true.
बेवकूफ बना के रखो. कोई बात नहीं चाचू, सब ठीक ठाक है. आलिस है.
से प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी
नहीं लेकिन उसको झेलने की हिम्मत आ जाती है.
Yeah, true. No, I can kind of see what he means there. Like, cause what happens is when you think negatively, this is going to be talking a little bit about positive and negative, which is something good to learn in a way. You can go too far with it, of course, and just be positive about everything, and you know the whole toxic positivity thing. But there is some truth to that. That like you know your mind really is like an anvil on you, and it just like weighs you down. You know. So you can overcome that by just affirming things and or meditating and all that. That can help you get back to a more positive and better state, right? And you know, or even just listening to something or watching something to make you feel good, and then you can actually, you know, get back to work much easier because you're in a more positive state, which will help you think better too. You will actually be able to come up with solutions easier. You're not trying to fight yourself, in other words. You're kind of trying to get this cooperation going in all parts of you, in a sense. Oh my god, speed it up with the sounds. Oh wow, that's some interesting freaking oh yo, what? Oh man. So what's... Oh my god, that'll do the trick? Jesus. It's like Rambo, but they're making it look like fun in this movie. But in Rambo, he was getting like blown across the room. Oh, he's had a moment. he had a moment. Oh, yo, look at it. Damn. That's promising. Hell yeah. Oh my god. Jesus, that came out of nowhere. They're all just happy and shit. And then someone's dead. Just hung themselves. Man, that was the guy... Oh. That was the guy that came up with the drone, wasn't it? And... Oh man, that's rough. What the hell? That is messed up. What's he thinking of all this? I'm curious what actually this principal dude's gonna say. What's his name? Virus?
कि इधर प्रेशर पड़ने की वजह से मर गया.
No, it's the pressure of all the... Yeah, it's the mental pressure.
ये suicide नहीं murder है sir.
Ooh. Isn't that a bold statement to say to him? Whew.
आज हमारे बीच एक ऐसे लीडर है जिनका मानना है कि वो हमारे हाईली क्वालिफाइड टीचर से बेहतर पढ़ा सकते हैं.
I bet he will teach him pretty good.
जब मैंने ये सवाल पूछा कि आज कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा, मजा आएगा. Anyone? Sir? नहीं. सब रेस में लग गए. आप लोगों की नॉलेज बढ़ेगी? नहीं. सिर्फ
Pressure. Yeah, that's interesting.
को कर नहीं.
This is a college on a pressure cooker. I think I gotta give credit actually even to PK. There is some good dialogue in these films. Like that. College is, you know, a place of learning, not a pressure cooker or whatever it was. Like that was a great... Hang on, let me go back.
सिर्फ प्रेशर बढ़ेगा. और ये कॉलेज है, प्रेशर कुकर.
This is college. This is a college, not a pressure cooker. That's a great line. And I feel like PK had a lot of that too. Just like little lines that makes you like laugh or go, wow, that is so true, you know? So I really like this. This is good. This is really good. Yeah, I totally get this. I don't think... Well, maybe there's more to it than this. But at this moment, I can definitely relate to what this film is going on about. Because this isn't just school. This is life. Life in general is this big fucking rat race, right? And you're not actually even taking in the moment and being present with what you're doing. You're thinking of the next thing you got to do, and the next thing, and the next thing. And you never take a moment to stop and go, what the hell am I doing? And, you know, being present in the moment. That's a part of it, I guess. There's probably more to it than that. But it's just, you know, we're so thinking of what we've got to do next and this and that. We don't take a breath and just enjoy the now with whatever it is. Doesn't matter if it's hard, whatever, you just enjoy it. You find some calmness within that. And there is, you know, you just got to slow yourself down and you can find enjoyment in almost anything. But if you're running around like an idiot, well, of course it's not enjoyable, you know, because it's too much pressure, as he said. Anyway, let's carry on.
Hello? This is not a philosophy class.
Nah.
दो वर्ड्स का मतलब बताओ बस.
सर ऐसे कोई वर्ड्स है नहीं सर.
Ooh.
ये तो मेरे दोस्तों के
Just made that shit up. Of course I couldn't find it.
नहीं पढ़ा रहा था सर. मैं तो आपको ये पढ़ा रहा था कि पढ़ाते कैसे.
Ooh, it's teaching you how to teach.
यकीन कि आप एक दिन जरूर सीखेंगे सर. क्योंकि मैं अपने कमजोर स्टूडेंट्स का हाथ कभी नहीं छोड़ता.
Yeah, you got roasted, buddy. This guy's gonna give himself a heart attack.
इनकी एक्जिमा की क्रीम भी अब 55 रुपए की आती है.
Oh, lovely.
और रोटी दूं बेटा?
नहीं बस हो गया पेट भर.
Oh man, that's rough.
लेना तो लो नहीं तो जाने दो.
Genuine Italian.
Well. Oh, whoa. I knew that was him before she even turned around. That's the principal. Oh, gosh. Is she like the daughter? Oh, my God. Uh-oh. They're in trouble.
Very sweet.
कहाँ है डैडी आपके?
बिल्कुल आपके पीछे.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. All is well?
बोलेगा हम वही करेंगे क्या? All is well, all is well. तू होगा चमचा इसका, मैं नहीं.
अब तो लाइन क्रॉस कर रहा है.
नहीं, मैं बीच में लाइन बना रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे मेरी फैमिली को सपोर्ट करना है. माँ की आधी.
See, yeah, it gets tricky when you're, you know, when your family depends on it. Like, this guy seems of good means, but for their survival, they need to play by the rules in a sense. But playing by those rules can mean like you losing a huge sense of, you know, putting a huge amount of strain on yourself to a point where, you know, some people just can't handle it, you know.
हम लोग टॉप करेंगे ना यार. Nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible, ना? ले, अब डाल दे इसको वापस अंदर.
That's a good point. Shove that back into the tube. I actually wonder if he tried to do that.
चिरोड़ में आपकी मौत हो जाएगी.
क्यों? क्या हुई?
चतुर इस सदमे से रिकवर करता. उससे पहले रैंचो ने उसकी स्पीच के चंद शब्द बदल डाले. जैसे चमत्कार बन गया. बलात्कार.
Oh my gosh, he like altered things. That's messed up.
30 साल से इन्होंने निरंतर इस कॉलेज में बलात्कार पे बलात्कार किए.
Wait a minute.
चमत्कार किया है.
उम्मीद है आगे भी करते रहेंगे.
Oh my gosh. He's memorized shit so well that he doesn't actually comprehend what he's saying.
वक्त का सही उपयोग घंटे.
It's a funny, interesting thing, though, because I imagine some people would be like this. Like, this is an exaggerated version, but some people just blindly take information without any, you know, common sense or just any other reference. They just completely go with that without questioning. And this is what this guy's doing. He just memorizes it and doesn't think about it at all, and that's it. And this is what happens. This is a consequence of that. It's fascinating, actually.
जिस देश में होंगे वहाँ बलात्कार करेंगे. का नाम रोशन करेंगे.
Damn, dude. This turned out being the best speech ever.
Stun.
Damn, now that teacher's getting insulted. That's hilarious. Now he feels it. Tolerable. And this is literally going on his character, because like he fights a lot. Wow. Ah! Oh my goodness, man. Ah! Kicked him in the ass.
इतना क्या भड़क रही हो? तुम्हें पता है? Actually तुम्हें भी कभी उसके साथ प्यार था ही नहीं.
What do you mean?
मतलब ये कि जब वो तुम्हारे
He always, this character, like even in PK, he stirred up the dust. Like he stirs the dust up with like ideologies that you may have and dogmas. Similar, he's very much a similar character, which I find absolutely fascinating. But he does play it well, I'll say that.
मिनट में पहुंचने की गारंटी है, लेकिन एम्बुलेंस हॉस्पिटलाइज करना पड़ेगा अर्जेंटली.
Oh my gosh. Huh. Oh. He couldn't just park in the car park, he has to go all the way in. That's an express delivery of a patient.
There's a close call पिया. 2-2.5 मिनट और देर हो जाती तो would have lost him.
Wow.
एम्बुलेंस के लिए वेट नहीं किया, स्कूटर पर ले आई.
Look at that. He saved his life. Yeah, so she's starting to get interested in this dude because he's very different and authentic, I guess. It's interesting that everyone else is frozen. It's actually, that is a really good symbol because like there's like a whole saying sometimes when you fall in love with someone, everything else stops. The world almost stops in a sense and you're so just into that person. And that's what this scene looks like. It's symbolizing, which is really cool. Oh, now people are dancing, but for a good bit there, that was interesting. I like that choice. Seeing him everywhere. Oh gosh, this makes it tricky though, considering her dad is that one that's running that school. This is going to be interesting how this whole thing is going to play out. And the colour of this whole setting looks really cool. The blue and the orange, that looks really neat. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Whoa, that looks cool too. This is definitely the best musical scene they've done in the film, I feel, personally. This one's really cool. Just colour-wise and the way the settings look, they look really cool. Very artfully done. I wonder if he'll even take them because they're too late.
आप लेट हो गए मैं नहीं ले
Ooh.
हमारा नाम और रोल नंबर पता है?
नहीं कौन है तुम लोग
नहीं पता है
Oh, wow. That was smart. He doesn't know their names and room numbers, so he's able to grade it. That's hilarious.
Rancho.
Wait a minute, so the badass guy, I like calling him that, the badass dude, he came first? Holy moly.
ये ना भाई साहब यहाँ शिमला में कोई रणछोड़ दास चांचड़ रहते कुछ हाँ वो वहाँ रहते हैं
Holy moly. He lives up there? Wow.
श्यामलदास चांचड़ रणछोड़दास श्यामलदास चांचड़ में ही कही
What's going on here? That don't look like him. What has happened? It's a different guy. What is this, like a cover-up? Whoa. Holy moly, what is happening?
कहो तो तुम्हारी हड्डियां में सांस ले जाऊं पापा को उठा
Whoa. That was some risky shit.
चला गोली राजू डाल दे अंदर एक अबे हम तो लड़क जाएंगे
Wrong one. Oh my gosh.
खाली खाली कर देंगे मैं कह रहा हूं खाली कर देंगे खाली कर देंगे मैं कह रहा हूं खाली कर देंगे मैं कह रहा हूं खाली कर देंगे वो मेरा पुराना यूनिफॉर्म पहन के स्कूल में घुस आता था
Ah, that's why he learnt about the whole thing with uniforms.
4 साल के लिए लंदन चला गया और वो मेरे नाम से आईसीए में पढ़ता रहा
Ah, interesting.
मेरे साथ डील थी
That's
डिग्री मिलने के बाद
that's messed up, man.
किसी आदमी से मैं तो नहीं मिलूंगा पर एक दिन दो इडियट आएंगे मुझे जब तुम लोग क्या करोगे
I gotta say, these movies have some reveals. Like, these Indian films, it's just certain reveals that they bring. It's like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. This is something that just came completely out of nowhere. It's really cool.
मेरे रैंचो के लिए इज्जत और भी बढ़ गई हम सब तो कॉलेज सिर्फ डिग्री पाने के लिए जाते थे डिग्री नहीं
He just did it for knowledge.
पढ़ने के लिए आया था उसे ना
Yeah,
first
that's
आने
so
का डर था,
fascinating.
ना फर्स्ट आने का लालच
Yeah, he was doing it for the love of it, because he loved that.
बस क्यों आता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे मशीनों से प्यार है इंजीनियरिंग मेरा पैशन है पैशन तेरा पैशन पता है क्या है
His passion isn't engineering, it's photography, isn't it?
छोड़ और वाइल्ड लाइफ फोटोग्राफर बन वो काम कर जिसमें तेरा टैलेंट है
Yeah, and that's very true. It's a very simple piece of advice, but it's very true.
साला इश्क करता है जानवरों से और शादी कर रहा है मशीनों से
Because you earn more money, but money's not the answer to everything. Like, even the word success. You know, a lot of people want to achieve success in life. That's not going to make you happy. Unless the thing that you love to do, like your passion, becomes successful, right? So, like, let's say a storybook writer, someone that likes to write, becomes this famous writer, you know. Well, there you go, you know. Their passion become successful. But even at the end of the day, even if you don't become successful, that's not the point. That's not why you do it. You do it because you love it. And even if you just earn a small amount of money, just enough money to get by, you would be far more happier and far more at peace than people with all this money and success. Because we got to maintain all that shit. And if it's just money for the sake of money and not for something that you actually enjoy, then what the hell's the point? That's what I think anyway. Anyway, let's carry on.
इतना डरेगा तो क्या खाक जिएगा
Mm.
करेगा आज में
What was I saying before about being present? Yeah.
डरता भी है ये मैं डरता नहीं सुन ना ये ना पिया पे मरता है लेकिन बोलने को डरता है फ्री एडवाइस देना इजी है काके करना मुश्किल
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, practice what you preach. A lot of people don't do that. You know, they preach all this stuff, all this wisdom, but then they don't bloody do it themselves. He gonna do it? Huh? He's been real. This guy? Sabotage.
वायरस
Oh, virus. childish.
तुम्हारे साथ स्कूटर पे बिता सकता हूँ.
Wow.
This seems weird. Her responses seem very odd. What is happening right now?
लेकिन वो किस हो नहीं पाती यार.
क्यों?
क्योंकि नाक बीच में आ जाती है और फिर मैं जाग जाता हूँ.
नाक बीच में नहीं आती, stupid.
Who is this?
मुझे लगा तुम पिया हो.
काश होती. दीदी बीच में क्यों टोका? 4 साल लगे इसको ये बोलने.
wow. Wait. Oh, wow. That worked. I'll be damned. Oh, they're just gonna fall asleep there. Oh, that's funny. Oh, who's talking? Is this a cool, Oh, what a neat transition. That was awesome.
How an induction motor starts.
Oh, no.
Sir, rum.
Ah!
Mr. Rastogi.
I love the way you said that. Sir, rum.
Your son, Mr. Raju Rastogi, educated from the Imperial College of Engineering.
Wow, making him type it too. Damn.
अपना नाम निकाल और रणछोड़ दास छाछड़ का नाम डाल दो. मुझे पता है कि कल रात वो तुम्हारे साथ था.
Oh, damn, dude, that's rough. Either you or your friend. Yeah, because he saved his dad's life in a way too. Goodness, this is a bind he's in. Oh. No way. Well, that's really going to kill your dad now. My gosh, 2 suicides in one movie? Dude. Wait, they're actually trying to bring him back? Oh yeah, because he was alive before, wasn't he? In the present time? Holy hell, how did he survive that?
अरे फरहान करेगा तेरी बहन से शादी फरहान और वो भी फ्री.
Oh, I got him. I can't believe he survived that. Holy crap.
Rancho.
हाँ?
कमीना. कितना झूठ बोलोगे?
Lucky escape. Otherwise he'd have to play along with that.
क्या ये? हंगरी से.
कोई फोटोग्राफर है? आंद्रे इस्तेवान.
Oh, awesome.
पगला गया साला. तुझे असिस्टेंट बनाना चाहता है.
Oh, that's brilliant.
अब्बा नहीं मानेंगे. आज डर मत फरहान. नहीं तो 50 साल बाद जब तू बूढ़ा होकर ऐसी किसी अस्पताल में पड़ा होगा.
Yeah, true. You know, doing something your whole life that you don't enjoy, like, screw that. Do something that you actually enjoy.
तो साली जिंदगी कुछ और हो सकती थी.
That's right. It's your life, man. I know in India, in like Hindi culture, you know, marriage is also a big thing too. But probably job prospects is kind of the same as well. Not to say India is the only culture that does that. There's many, like even China, you know, does that, and just even some families are more pushy than others for sure. Not just Indian or, you know, Asian countries.
अभी तुम्हारे दिमाग से खेल रहा है?
मुझे नहीं समझ आती इंजीनियरिंग. बन भी गया ना तो बहुत खराब इंजीनियर बनूंगा अब्बा. रांची बहुत सिंपल सी बात कहता है. जो काम में मजा है वो सब.
That's a great line. Make your passion your profession. That's brilliant. Yeah. I mean, you know, it can be tricky sometimes, you know, whatever that is. Maybe it's something it is hard to get into, but hey, if it's something you're passionate about, you know, what the hell else are you going to do? Something that you don't enjoy? You know, as I said, money won't do it. You know, money won't do it. You can lie to yourself and say it, but I think from my point of view, it seems like money, it doesn't matter that much. Money is just, what is money? It's just a system of currency that we universally agree on that we can trade goods with. That's all it is. But a passion for something is not just some agreement. That's something deep within you, something that you want, right? Not one as in like some material shit. This is like a passion for a purpose in life, right? And that's, if you deny that, well, of course that's gonna mess with you, I think. Anyway, let's carry on.
इंजीनियर बनके फ्रस्ट्रेट हो जाऊंगा,
Yeah.
फिर जिंदगी भर आपको कोसूंगा,
Ooh, nice. Then I'll curse you.
अपने आप को कोसूंगा. अरे हंसेंगे लोग.
Let them laugh.
साइड नहीं करूंगा, I promise.
Huh.
ऐसे स्टूपिड ख्याल आएंगे तो ये फोटो को देखने को सोचना कि
Oh.
इस स्माइल का क्या होगा जब ये तुम्हारी उधड़ी हुई बॉडी देखेंगे तो.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, I know it's tough, but that's something you got to keep in mind too. Like, if you do that, you know, it might take your pain away, but everyone that cares about you, you just put them in a world of pain, you know. So it is a selfish act to do that, you know. As hard as it can be, you know, the pain you're feeling, in a sense, you're giving it to them, you know, almost when you do that to yourself. You know, if you're contemplating that, you know, there's other things you can do. You know, you don't have to jump to that conclusion. I don't know what, you know, in India, what the psychologist and, you know, counseling system is like. I imagine there would be some. But, you know, that's something to look into instead of just jumping to conclusions like that.
अगर मैं फोटोग्राफर बन
What's the worst that could
गया तो
happen?
कम पैसे कमाऊंगा ना, घर छोटा होगा, गाड़ी छोटी होगी,
And who cares? Right?
रब्बा मैं खुश रहूं.
Yeah. Happiness. You'll be at peace.
आज तक मैंने आपकी हर बात सुनी है, आज बस एक बार मुझे अपने दिल की बात सुनने दीजिए.
Oh, that's great. And this isn't coming off as corny to me. This feels quite genuine. This is good.
आ जाएगा ना? अगर और
Oh, wow. Wow.
जा बेटे अपनी जिंदगी जी.
Oh, that's great.
इस वजह डर से. बचपन से ब्राइट स्टूडेंट था, माँ बाप को लगा ये हमारी गरीबी मिटाएगा.
That put a lot of pressure on him, though. Yeah, put a lot of pressure on his shoulders. So, yeah. Yeah, fear is a very strong negative, you know, it's a strong negative power that can really hold you back. And it stops you from having as many good ideas, you know, heaps of things. This is where, you know, the whole thing with law of attraction, that there is some truth to that in a sense. I don't know if about all of it is true, but there's definitely a part of it that, like, if you do think good things or you think less negative things, you're going to get more better ideas, I think. You know, because your mind's not thinking of what can go wrong, you're more thinking of what could go right. And then from that, you think better ideas and you're more courageous as well. Otherwise, you're in fear. You're thinking, oh, this could happen, that could happen, that could happen. And sometimes, yeah, it's good to be a little bit careful, but it's a point where it's like, come on, you know, you're going too far with trying to control everything that could go wrong, when just take a risk and see what happens.
कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं तो
दोनों टांगे तुड़वा के अपने पैरों पे खड़ा होना सीखा है सर. आप अपनी नौकरी रख लीजिए.
Whoa, wow. That takes some balls. Wow. Damn. Oh, here we go.
लोग हमारी हाँ में हाँ मिला ही लेते हैं. तुम कहाँ से आए हो यार? ये कितना लोग हैं भैया, डिस्कस कर लें.
Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. The guy's got some balls. No one ever turned down a job like that. Oh, I'm getting some chills with this, man. This is good. Oh, he's trying to... Oh, wow. He's trying to walk over. That's great. Is this the same director of PK? I think it is, because it seems very similar in regards to, like, tone. But I'm getting the same amount of... almost the same amount of emotional impact from that as I did from PK. The chills and... This is great, man.
The Japanese will get in. They're offering him a first name in the company.
What are they doing? Huh. Earplugs? Don't have to hear this joker. Oh my god. Tied him up. Oh, this lighting looks really cool the time of day they shot this. That looks good. Huh. I'm gonna knock him out with the iron. Oh my gosh, he's getting back with that guy. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. He's killing it.
बिल्कुल बात नहीं करता.
Huh. They learnt from the best, didn't they, those two guys? They learnt from the best. They knew that would work.
दिन के लिए गॉसिप करेंगे फिर भूल जाएंगे.
Yeah,
लेकिन
that's
आज अगर तुमने ये
true.
शादी
Short-term sacrifice for a long-term or longer-term happiness sounds like a good deal.
श्यामल दास की आत्मा ऑलमोस्ट गटर में पहुंचाई थी और एक दुल्हन को शादी से किडनैप किया था. सब उस कमीने रांचो के लिए. पर वो भी तो साला दोस्तों पे जान छिड़कता था.
I'm liking how they're jumping back and forth here. They are doing this quite well. But they kind of do have a long stretch in the past, which I think is good.
फिर सर झुकाने का काम करवाते. नहीं आज पास होंगे तो अपने दम से.
Oh, nice.
वरना फेल से.
Oh, cool, man. He became the badass for a moment.
आज वो जिंदा होते.
Stop it, Pia.
आपको क्या लगता है कि भैया ट्रेन से गिर के मरे थे?
Oh, boy.
कि वो क्या बनना चाहते हैं? कितना प्रेशर डाला भैया पे डैड.
Oh, man. Suicides in this film. Holy crap.
डिसाइड नहीं कर सकता.
You're right, Dad. वो suicide नहीं,
It was a murder.
murder था.
Ugh. This lightning. It fits some, I guess. Oh wow, she's gonna direct him. This is some crazy stuff.
दीदी की डिलीवरी तुम लोग करोगे.
Huh. Oh my goodness, wow. All is well, all is well.
दीदी प्लीज पुश करो.
Oh, she's fainted. Uh-oh.
वैक्यूम क्लीनर सर. वैक्यूम क्लीनर. यस सर
Huh.
वैक्यूम क्लीनर.
Damn vacuum cleaner. Oh my goodness. They're gonna use some engineering to get this baby out. Well, I'll tell you this, I wasn't expecting this to happen. Even though she was pregnant, I never thought they would actually have this whole situation. Oh my goodness, they got a whole squad here.
Come on जल्दी. And the wires.
I wonder if you'll forgive him after. Oh my goodness.
सर स्विच ऑफ कर और इन्वर्टर को मेज में कनेक्ट.
Wow. Few batteries they got.
फरान ऑफ कर. हाँ.
I was always curious if this idea would ever work, actually. I always wondered this, like, did they ever try this idea with, like, a suction system to pull them out? I guess that is a thing. She did it? Is it alive? Oh, no.
पिया ये रो क्यों नहीं रहा?
Oh, no. That's what I was wondering, because usually a baby's crying.
All is well बोल. All is well.
Oh. What? The all is well.
All is well बोल. All is well.
Oh, yeah, because remember he used to kick when they said that? Oh, oh my goodness, get out of here. Oh, wow. All is well, huh?
तो चमत्कारी हो गया.
सॉरी लात मारता तू. फुटबॉलर बनेगा.
Oh. Man. Oh, he's out. What's he doing? Oh, wow, he's going to go after him of all people. Oh, that's great.
जब कोई extraordinary spirit.
Ah. He's going to give it to him. Huh. Well. Huh. Huh. This guy's still pissed.
किसे पता था कि हम रैंचो को आखिरी बार देख रहे थे.
He was just gone after that. Wow. So yeah, he was just a really smart dude. But it was because of his name and everything. Certain things just couldn't be, he just had to learn for for the enjoyment of it. It wasn't for really achieving anything else except for the process of learning, which is what he loved the most anyway. That's fascinating. I wonder how it's going to play out with his character then. Wow, I just paused it for a moment. This movie is getting very close to the end. It's got like 12 minutes left. I'm so curious how this is going to play out in the end. Wow. This is really good, by the way. I'm really liking this film. I don't know if I'd say it's as good as PK yet, but man, it's good. I'll say that much. Alright, let's carry on. And particularly like in some of the color choices in this film, like red and blue really stand out. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Is he teaching these kids all these like brilliant ideas? Is he like a teacher now? Oh man, you must have taught them that little trick. Poor bastard. Oh, here we go. Whoa, this place looks like a genius scientist place or something, a mad scientist. Such a brilliant idea that he became a teacher, because like that's what he, you know, that's what he always thought was the education system was bad. Oh, look who it is. Oh, he looks awesome with some glasses on. You can't believe it. The colour in this looks awesome. The blue water, that looks really cool looking, and the colour of what she's wearing, that looks great.
Yeah.
It's you.
Who? You.
Yep. Oh no, he's gonna whoop his ass. He's gonna whoop his ass with a shoe. Oh damn. He's got no inventions to defend himself. Oh, this Joker's here now. What's he gonna do? Beat him up too?
Having fun, idiot!
Huh?
साइंटिस्ट हूँ लेकिन बच्चों को भी पढ़ाता हूँ.
Oh, there you go. That's interesting.
मैं डील साइन नहीं कर पाऊंगा.
What, sir?
Huh?
क्या हुई, sir?
अरे कैसे साइन करूँ यार? मेरी पेन तो तू ले गई.
Ah, that's great.
Risky pen?
Oh shit, now it's coming to him.
Mr. Wangru?
Uh-huh.
Hey, I was just joking, yaar.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, of course.
Life में
Yeah.
कुछ कर.
बाबा रणछोड़दास बिल्कुल सही कहते थे.
Wow.
काबिल बनो काबिल. कामयाबी तो साली झक.
So that's the end, is it? Wow. It's a cool credit song too. Alright. Yeah, that was really good. I'm really curious to just go straight into my list and see the things that I like in it. But as I said, I don't know if it's quite as good as PK for me, but it's really good nonetheless. I really do like it, and I like the thought-provoking ideas it offers with the whole, you know, following... what was it? Following excellence and success follows or whatever. Like, in another sense, just following your passion, following... And not successes in just money, but even successes in like happiness, or successes like a purpose in life. You know, that's much stronger than just money, you know, and all that, and status. Like, that stuff doesn't matter so much. It's more about, you know, your purpose. And that's really cool. I really like that that's like the message in the film. It's a really basic outline of it, but that's really cool. I love that. I'm going to go straight to my list and see the things I like, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just did the list, and there is a lot here to talk about, and a lot of things to like, my goodness. I'm not going to say where this ranks, but it's pretty damn high. There's a lot of things I like here. So let's just get straight into it. So visually speaking, this movie was not the thing that like blew me away much in this movie. Still good, don't get me wrong. But it was more a lot of story stuff. That was great. That being said, there is one visual thing I did like that I noticed throughout the film that I thought was pretty damn good actually. And that is, so the first thing is the color palette, or maybe I should more say the use of color. Just at times, this movie looks very vibrant and just, you know, really nice to look at, like particularly the blues and some certain warm color schemes at times. Yeah, there was just a certain focus on color sometimes that looked really nice and pleasing to look at. So I'll give it that, that's for sure. There was just moments of beautiful color, I thought. Particularly in one of the singing scenes, the romantic one with the main character and the girl. That was a great scene. I thought that looked really awesome. And then just like, particularly some of the last scene bits with the red car and the blue sky always was vibrant looking. Yes, something to do with the blues and the reds sometimes just looked absolutely gorgeous. And then sometimes what they wore with the clothing was very colourful. yeah, it's just a really nice looking, colourful film in parts, which I thought was really good. So the next thing, number 2, is the acting. I think all around the acting was pretty damn solid, particularly from the lead actor. What's his name again? I've forgotten. Hang on a sec. I will get it at some point. What's his name? Aamir Khan. He's great. But everyone else in this is really good too. But I thought he was really good. He reminded me a lot of how he was in PK, but slightly different actually. As time went on, he definitely had a different performance. He wasn't like naive and silly. He was actually really smart and a badass, which I'll get into later. I thought that was really cool as well. But anyway, moving on. The next thing, number 3, is the music. I really love some of the singing scenes in this film. It's really great. The musical stuff is starting to grow on me in these Hindi films or Indian films. These are really enjoyable, some of them. And they really fit sometimes the tone, and it really amps it up. And, you know, if it wasn't a music scene, you wouldn't get that same feeling, perhaps, you know, or the same amount of fun, probably. It's just really cool the way they integrate them in sometimes. It's really seamless, almost, you know. I think this movie really did a good job with a lot of those musical scenes. But yeah, music I thought was really great. Number 4 is the story. Just the overall story is really solid, I think, and very... Actually, I'm going to get into all the other elements of why the story's so good, but just the story is really good. Next thing, number 5, the main character. I particularly really like the main character in this. Everyone else is good, but I think everyone else really supports the main character. Like, they talk about him, and it enhances the main character even more, and just shows how much of an awesome dude he is, and of a badass he is, you know. He's not perfect. You know, at times he has certain issues, but he's a human being, right? But I really do like him. He's a great character and just really great to watch, you know, this interesting character and a really cool guy, just, you know, questioning the system and all that. I thought it's just such a... I don't even know what to say. It's just so well done. Like, the main character is just really cool. I don't know, the main character is just really cool. I don't know, he's really cool. He's a badass, and that's it. and he's just really insightful. I think this main character's got a lot of wisdom within him, you know. He's really cool. Anyway, next thing, number 6, the humor. I really like the humor throughout the film. It was like... There was times when it felt a little bit just like crude and childish, but at first it kind of, you know, was a bit like, oh, okay, whatever. But then, like, over time it grew on me, and there wasn't so much crude humor at times, and it was actually just genuinely funny. But I don't know, it just kind of all tied into it, because it kind of fits with the age they are and all this. It really does fit, really, I feel. In the end, I wouldn't change it at all, the crude humor. I think it actually works quite well. It's not just some dumb Michael Bay humor, you know what I mean, in some of his movies. No, I think it genuinely is some good humor in this movie. And it just fits. It feels really charming at times and just works. Next thing, number 7, just smile-inducing moments, like, because of the humor, but just how the story plays out. I just really feel happy for the main character and just the characters in general and just how things are playing out. And then when he questions the system, it's also really funny and just makes me smile. And it's, yeah, so I really thought there was some great smile-inducing moments. Number 8, emotional impact. My goodness, the way this movie sometimes changes tone. Like, it's very upbeat in parts and, you know, questioning the system, and it's kind of funny and humorous. And then someone just kills himself. It's like, what the hell? It comes out of nowhere. But I think you could almost say the movie has these two tones fighting each other, but they kind of make it work. Like, they have this really good high, and then something terrible happens and just plummets. And I think it's so good because it gives you so much more impact. Then you're like, oh my god. Because you just had this great high and then just BAM! You know, I think it actually works really well, actually. Like, amping it up, like, especially that musical scene, you know, with the whole drone one. And then, like, it's all great. And then the drone goes up to the guy's room and you just see him hanging. Like, that was like, what the hell? Yeah, I think it's brilliant, actually, the way they kind of emotionally impact you in parts of this film. It's really effective, and really shocking as well, of course, but very effective, I think, just in general. So I don't think the tones really were fighting. I think it actually worked really well, and it kind of felt just like real life almost. It just felt authentic and real in a way, kind of. Anyway, next thing. Number 9, badass moments. I had to put this in here because the main character is such a badass. I just had to put that in there. After the badass moments, why are some of the moments so badass? It's because of the dialogue. I love the dialogue in this. The way the main character questions the system and kind of questions it in certain ways is hilarious, for starters. It's badass, and it's thought-provoking. So, yeah, I really like the dialogue, and it wouldn't be the same without this great thought-provoking dialogue, so I have to give that a point. So that's number 10. Number 11, unpredictable. I was kind of saying this before, and this adds to the emotional impact, as I was saying as well. But just unpredictable moments, like particularly that labor scene. I was not expecting that. And the way they did that was brilliant with they integrated like the whole engineering stuff in with the vacuum cleaner. That was hilarious. But just unpredictable moments with the whole shocking stuff, like the suicide and all that. I was like, oh my goodness, it just catches you off guard. But yeah, I think there's some great unpredictable moments here that I really liked. Okay, next thing, number 13, 13? Oh, my bad. Okay, so the next thing, number 12, it's thought-provoking. Just as I was saying before, because of the dialogue, this movie is very thought-provoking, and it's questioning the education system, and the pressure it puts on people. Alright, so the next thing, number 13, it's inspiring. Like the whole message, it's kind of a cliche message, but it is very true. Even though it's cliche, no one does it. Not many people actually do this. It's about like following your passion or your dream instead of just doing something for money. You do some prestigious job because you get status and then money. It's like, what do you feel happy about that? Do you actually feel fulfilled by that, or are you just bullshitting yourself and you're just using this money to get simple pleasures, and that's not really fulfilling you, and you just keep buying more and more and more stuff and waving money in front of people saying, oh, look at me, and it's just inflating your ego and not actually doing anything with your soul, with your heart. Do something, like follow your heart. I know it's a very cliche saying, but there is a lot of truth to that. It's like follow something you're passionate about. So that I really love that inspiring message in the film. All right, the next thing, number 14, the themes. And that's the themes of suicide, the themes of following your dreams, the themes of like also materialism, like with the whole, if you just try and earn money and not try to follow your heart and what you actually really want, you're just kind of doing materialism. It's materialist kind of paradigm, you could call it. And that's really not going to bring you everlasting happiness or at least peace in your life. You're always going to be chasing stuff, you know what I mean? And that's never going to end until you realize, oh, I need to follow my passion, not just money, unless, you want to be a banker. You love handling money. Hey, if you like to do that, that's great, or an investor or something. If that's your passion, fine. But don't do that just for money. If you're actually passionate about that, do that, All right, next thing. Number 15, rewatchability. I can definitely see myself rewatching this, even though it's a long film. Doesn't matter. I'll definitely rewatch this. And that being said, I think after I've done this video, I'm going to probably go watch PK again. Because 2 reasons. I'll explain those 2 reasons after I do this list, which is very close to the end now. So number 15 was rewatchability. Number 16 is the ending. The ending just nicely wraps everything together, and that reveal at the end to that guy was hilarious. To the guy that's all, oh, look at me, all my money, and then the guy's like, bitch, please. And then he realizes who he actually is. He finds out his name. That was brilliant. Brilliant reveal for the ending. But just like a solid ending, it kind of really wrapped things up nicely. It was brilliant, and this friendship, is all back together again. That's really cool. And he ends up marrying that woman by the looks of it. So that's cool. I think that whole romantic plot it felt maybe a little bit rushed. But it wasn't that bad. It wasn't terrible, but it was just, I didn't give any points to that. But yeah, it wasn't bad, but that stuff perhaps could have been a little bit better, in my opinion. But yeah, that's pretty much that's the only basic criticism I've got for this film. And, maybe some of the filmmaking could have been a bit better, in my opinion. If it had better filmmaking, this would have been like a masterpiece for me. This could have been like, if this had some good filmmaking, this would be like, for me, the best of the best. Like, this would be up there with, my top, 10 movies or something, honestly, because there is so much great narrative and story stuff here, and just, this is a really good film in that regard. It's very solid, and I'd highly recommend this to a lot of people. So, yeah, I think I said everything. So that's 16 things I like about this film. And that being said, that makes it my favorite Indian film. Yeah. I didn't think of that at first when I was doing the list, but yeah, there's so much here. There really is. There's so much great things about this film. It's really good. PK, I think, had 14 things, and that's why I also want to watch it again. I still feel like I like PK a bit more, so I'm going to watch it again and see if I find more to like about it, and then it'll top this again, or maybe it'll even out and it'll be the same. But that's not the only reason why I want to PK again. I just want to watch it again because it's the same director and the same actor. That's great, and I just love the thought-provoking ideas. So once this video is done, I'm going to go watch PK again. Yeah, that's a great film. And this is too. So yeah, thank you for the recommendation of this. This was a very solid film. Well, you guys have recommended me some really good movies. So thank you very much for that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Share your thoughts down in the comments below as usual. And put some recommendations down there as well. You seem to be doing a great job with the recommendations, so keep it up, eh? And also, if you've watched this video all the way up to this point, consider hitting the subscribe button and liking the video. I'd very much appreciate that as well. Yeah, I think that's it. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and all is well.